top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's back. Unleashes one. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real... You got to be able to change direction on a dime, and in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Might be looking to run. Complete to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. On the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Buys a little time. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
The official says no good, and the score will stay right where it is after that miss. They showed a lot of confidence with that 59-yard attempt, but the flip side is the offense has it around the 42. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Alabama quickly back to the line.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
The short hands, it's Young. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg?
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the 2nd half.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Moving out of the pocket. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical, and then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown tie!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the game, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Leaves it with the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got room to work. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And he makes the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. Back to pass, it's Milroe. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Rolls it in. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. They'll run play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He throws into the middle of the field. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. To throw, it's Milroe. Scrambling away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He's looking for an open man on second down. This time he's got his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. Tackle is made after the first down. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, what a luxury to be able to call a design run to your quarterback and basically let him be a tailback and let him run it in for you. It makes the offense and everything else around them stronger. This QB's just got some good wheels.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the air, it's back. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. They get to the line quickly. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offense.
He's got it on the right. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
Man, how about defense? I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Now on first down from the 40. Snap it to the back. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And that's a live ball. That is a serendipitous turn of events. With the fumble going out of bounds, they'll maintain possession.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires the pass, intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Grabbed on the outside, it's Humphreys. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. What a snag by the defense. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Man. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's got room. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Quarterback extends the play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. I know he thinks he can house every... Sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. We saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. These corners going to give them some space. Still looking on the move. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that,
he lost it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Got his man quickly. At the 45, on his way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, going up top. Soft spot in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense is... You can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions. Man, that is impressive.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Bought a little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll run it. Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen, calmer. Now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there.
Makes the grab at the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. He'll just keep slinging it. Looking to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Comes out throwing on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big.
And that ball is picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. He might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Brings up third down.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Back to throw, it's Beck. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And as they get into the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score now Georgia.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Tide. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Unloads it downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There's no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to go up top on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Rashada. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The aerial assault continues. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Quarterback keeps it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And there's really no question here. After not getting it on that last run play, down in the 4th quarter, 4th down, you've got to go. You've got to dial up your best play here offensively. Who is your best matchup, one-on-one, that can get you this 1st down?
And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to really have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. Worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Caught over the middle. It's Evans. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And it's caught for the late touchdown, so how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. Ready to try the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
With jet sweep pass. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Alabama trying to hold this lead and run off the clock. Back to throw, it's Simpson. He's got his man. Defense used. Quickly trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field, gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.